Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Bonjour à toutes et tous. Je voulais vous dire tout simplement comme quoi on n'a pas le droit de manger ici et on n'a pas le droit de boire non plus. Donc si nous devons tout simplement de ne pas manger et boire dans la salle puisque c'est interdit. Voilà. Première chose. Deuxième chose, celles de ceux qui sont ici parmi nous déjà. Donc nous avons 12 rangées. Vous avez A, B, C, D jusqu'à L. Ensuite, nous avons 16 sièges par rangée. Vous savez que ça commence par le numéro 1, 2, 3, jusqu'au 16 là-bas. Vous savez que si vous avez E14, c'est le rangée numéro 5 et 14 c'est d'abord au bout. Donc si vous avez un H, vous regardez en fait c'est simple. Donc vous comptez A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, A, L jusqu'à L et puis ensuite vous comptez le numéro. Voilà. Ça c'est pour trouver votre siège. Voilà. Pour ne pas prendre le siège de quelqu'un d'autre. Voilà. Donc c'est ça, et ensuite, je vous rappelle qu'on n'a pas le droit de manger ni boire ici dans la salle. Merci beaucoup. Alors, ensuite, une chose très importante. Pour que tout le monde sache, c'est que je vous demande de ne pas prendre de photos ni de vidéos dans la salle. Une fois qu'on aura le film à commencer. Donc je vous demande de ne pas prendre ni de photos ni de vidéos, s'il vous plaît. Donc, justement, là aujourd'hui, étant donné que c'est une séance entre guillemets privée, donc je vous demande de ne pas prendre ni de vidéos ni de photos, s'il vous plaît. Voilà. Merci. Alors, nous avons évidemment envoyé des invitations à chacun et chacune. Donc, surtout, nous avons des associations qui s'occupent beaucoup de places. Donc, c'est-à-dire que pour SFT France, nous avons enrangé HI et puis le 14, 15, 16 de l'enrangé J. C'est ça? Voilà, donc ça, nous avons HIJ. Ensuite, nous avons la 8 qui va s'occuper du rangé J jusqu'à numéro 12, 13. Voilà. Et ensuite, nous avons le K, le avant-dernier. Voilà. Donc c'est-à-dire qu'avant-dernier. Donc Vitech France et puis SLT France, vous occupez le rangé HIJK. Donc c'est ces quatre-là. Donc Vitech France et SLT, vous avez la carte avant-dernière rangée. Voilà, merci beaucoup. SLT France et Vitech, nous avons le rangé HIJK. Pas la L. L c'est pour quelqu'un d'autre. Nous avons le Vitech France et SLT HIJK. Sachant que SLT pour le HI, J là, un petit peu de J là-bas, et Vitech France pour le J et K. Voilà. Ok. Allez. Pour Inalco, nous avons 10 sièges réservés, donc ça va de J jusqu'à numéro 1 jusqu'au 10, J1 à 10. Voilà, Inalco. Alors, sachant que le 1 commence par de ce côté-là, non pas de côté là-bas. Nous avons du numéro 1 jusqu'au 16. Et ensuite, nous avons la rangée ABCD jusqu'au L. Voilà. J'espère que vous avez tout compris. Si jamais vous avez des doutes, si vous occupez des places de quelqu'un d'autre, n'hésitez pas à demander. Voilà. Merci.
Mazabani senda good year de nima shimbe la demo sene ta nyeja te bare mi samatan jo yugi de ine kanda de keji dingje na la nyamshu mangbu che re ine mangbu ji kemi ge ka dong la kang ye che de re ine nyeja kanda de International Film Festival Rotterdam la do tsu che ne woni gi sim te wa ji chu re ta di sim ji kanda Tendo na shugu ore masi nima tengu yo mare yene ya mazo France di peba shunge ta mangol le tene logic ni la te che ba mala peba shunge ge lo pru so ge so so lo jong da nyam bo da wa wani ge jibe tunda la tene kanya khare che ba na rang tu do wa o tene insa tene mazo samar ta che ne shunge do la ta che lega che wa de la che so ran shue de da 다도 높다 등게 너를 마음만 두고도 이내 마음이 넘기는도 다디 점에져도야 뭐지게 타범직 제제네 다도디 딱 어디 제제직 셈벨라 대화 제제네 다동에 대제베가라 다도 프랑스 나라 베베부 유니버시티 나 되게 자기 슈트 되어 살아들 니야 제비랑 쉐지게 럽제 다음다나도 딘제직이 또 내 달래기 때문에 미소디 셔게서라 근데 유제에 토네 라고 프랑스 유제 토네 내가 제가 망고요. 근데 그 lok에 계셔도 믹스하게 되니 제멜라의 비비슈 디나시기 얘게 있네. 미직 제요 말때 얘게 단단한 로바 머신게 단다 로 망고 두가 로 생각 주기에 단다 이 매기 라게 저래 이 프랑이 얘 하라 로바 제 근데 매기 들려 또 말 매기 공부다 프랑스 사야데 산달레 게요래 디자 니 데모 데데 달레 부고서 다 라고도 딘데 대지 주제 많이 서바게 줄에 망고 쉬어래 집에 돌아가래 망고 겨 주제 당고요 저는 라고요 디 넘버 설라고 저기 챔비 쉐쳐가 닌 도스테 뭐 때문에 뭐 줄이 쉬어요 디자 딘 상마라 nhiều vậy đấy đi chơi là cái này xem là cái long nghệ thì ngồi chơi tụi đi chơi đi chơi là long nghệ thì chơi đi chơi là cái này chủ yếu thì tham gia vào ngồi chơi ta chủ yếu thì cái này đủ sẽ学推荐了。
Tout d'abord, bonjour à toutes et tous et bienvenue. Évidemment, aujourd'hui, nous sommes rassemblés ici. Je voulais vous dire comme quoi c'est une science, entre guillemets, privée. Nous avons le privilège d'avoir le réalisateur, M. Cheben Kimsala, qui est présent parmi nous aujourd'hui personnellement. Donc, comme le dit mon collègue Sambo, aujourd'hui nous organisons cette séance surtout pour les jeunes qui sont parmi nous aujourd'hui. C'est-à-dire que Cheben, là, qui a à peu près aujourd'hui mon âge, qui a commencé très tôt pour la cause tibétaine, donc justement pour montrer sa volonté et puis l'engagement pour un Tibet libre, l'engagement pour nous, les peuples. Donc tout ce qu'il a mené depuis ses 19 ans jusqu'à aujourd'hui, donc pendant ces pratiquement 30 ans, tout ce qu'il a mené pour avoir un Tibet libre, pour avoir la liberté dans notre pays, donc juste pour montrer l'exemple à nos jeunes, à venir, surtout, je vois qu'il y a beaucoup de jeunes ici, donc c'est pour ça qu'aujourd'hui nous allons montrer le film qui a réalisé, on appelle ça Chushi Kandu, c'est-à-dire que 4 rivers, 6 montagnes, ou 6 rivers and 4 ranges. Donc c'est pour ça aujourd'hui on est là. Donc là, sans prendre trop de temps aujourd'hui, c'est-à-dire que donc d'abord on va inviter ce là pour expliquer un peu sur son film, sur son cinéma, sur ce qu'il a réalisé. Voilà. Ensuite nous aurons la projection du film et évidemment ensuite nous aurons les questions-réponses de la part du réalisateur ainsi que son équipe qui est parmi nous aujourd'hui. Donc voilà, donc sans prendre trop de temps, donc je vous demande toutes et tous de nouveau, voilà, comme quoi nous avons l'honneur aujourd'hui d'avoir cette séance privée. Donc pour l'instant il n'est pas encore sorti, donc Sangola qui a pris le contact avec Cheben personnellement, c'est pour ça que nous avons le privilège de voir avant tout le monde donc ce cinéma, étant donné qu'il n'est pas encore sorti en public. Voilà. Donc bonne séance et puis à tout à l'heure. Merci.
Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much. Tachitele Kujiche. How is everybody doing? Comment allez-vous? Ça va bien? I'm just showing off my little French. I learned it from some of the French people here. Thank you so much for coming. Firstly, I don't want to take a lot. Can I speak in English? It's okay, so that everybody can understand. So, firstly, I want to thank the organizers of the TCB alumni. They do an amazing job of encouraging, recognizing, empowering the Tibetan youth who graduate. So please give them a big round of applause. And then also, one of my dear supporters, somebody who has a very, very pure Tibetan heart and always wants to do something for the community, and he has been doing for many years since Nepal. Sampula, thank you. And most importantly, all the young students here, can you all stand up? All the young people, all the young Tibetans, come on, stand up. Yalanda, yalanda, yalanda. There's energy in that hands away. All right, everybody give them a big round of applause. Now look at me, everybody. Look at Chojo. Look at Chojo. You guys in Paris, France, we Tibetans are spread all over 40 countries in the world. You guys are the future of Tibet. You are the future that you have been waiting for. You are the leaders. You are going to be amazing. You're going to do amazing. So believe in yourself, okay? Okay? Sentu Chaya Menda. Oh yeah, very hello. All right, so as many of you know, we just came back. I just came back with my actors from Netherlands. Our film Four Rivers, Six Ranges, Chuchihandu was selected at the prestigious 54th International Film Festival of Rotterdam. Thank you. And even though in the world of cinema, you understand, right? In the world of cinema, my film is a very small film. Because it's not a Hollywood film. It's not a Bollywood film. It's not a Korean, film. It's not a French film. It's an independent film made by two people initially. I am the writer, director, producer, music composer, action director, and horse wrangler. And then my partner is the author of the book that this film is based on, Doji Wangdi Dewatang. He's the producer of the film. He's not here, but his sister is here, who you will see as a small girl in the film. Okay, so now, in French, I just heard the word privilege. How do you say privilege in French? Privilege. Privilege. So you guys are privileged because you are the first public audience to see this film. First. And for free. So, I want you to know why I am doing this. Officially and professionally, I am not supposed to be doing this right now because we still have to do festival tours. I have to go to America, Canada, Australia, Asia. But because I'm traveling from Amsterdam, Netherlands, I went to talk to youth. And many of you know, you guys follow me on social media. Wherever I go, I always go as a very proud Tibetan with my head held high. So I always make sure that I meet my younger Tibetan brothers and sisters, and I spend time because you younger generation needs that kind of support and empowerment and inspiration. So that's why I came here, and you guys are privileged to see this film. It's a film made with a lot of hard work. I have spent 13 years making this film. 10 years research, 3 years in the making, with a lot of hardship, a lot of obstacles, a lot of discouragements, a lot of side eyes, a lot of negative energies. But nevertheless, I'm proud to say that I could complete the film, and now it is born. The film is born, it will remain long after I die, after we die, this will remain. And it is important for us Tibetans to hold on to our own narrative. Because the Chinese, they have been holding on to their narrative consistently, whether we agree or disagree. In our case, we disagree with them, right? But they are consistent with their narrative. It is about time we Tibetans stand up and tell our own stories and take hold and take ownership of our stories and our narrative. So this is why I have taken this initiative. I have literally gone through fire, in this film. To get a shot, I wanted a shot of the fire. I have sacrificed myself. I put my life in risk. And I did this for you guys. And this is not my film at the end. This film belongs to every single Tibetan. Belonging to Kenan to Tama Gerada. So Powachini Kenan to Sat Manzo belonging to some. Kosa. I need to need Kenan to mix it in. The reason why I'm showing this film to you is so that when you walk out of this theater, I want you all to go pumped, inspired, and say, if Shenpen can do it, I can do it too. And that is the reason why I'm showing this film. Okay? So it's a small film, a very small budget. It's not a Hollywood film, like I said. But I'm sure that you Tibetans will see a story, Tibetans will see actors, Tibetans will see action, drama, music that we Tibetans have never seen or heard before made by Tibetans. So please enjoy it. And my actors are here. Some of my actors are here. Most of my actors are in the US, Canada right now. But all my actors from India and Nepal, they're here. So I'll just introduce them later. I'll call them up later. But they can stand up once. All my actors, please stand. Give them a big round of applause. Okay? All right, so after the film, please don't go, because I am expending a lot of my energy. I haven't slept well in many months. But I'm here to talk to you guys. So after the film is over, I want you to stay here, ask questions to us, and do not censor your question. You can ask anything you want, okay? Anything under the sky, ask me, my actors, okay? We Tibetans have to stay united. We have to fight this evil regime with our minds, with our intelligence, with strategies. We have to be creative. We have to develop pop culture icons from our community now. I need fashion designers. I want to see, tech giants. I want to see movie stars. I want to see models. I want to see directors, okay? And we can do it. Trust me, we can do it. Quickly, I'll introduce you, because you guys are all living in France, born in France. I'll introduce you to my nephew. My nephew is a professional model here. He's been modeling for 5 years in Paris, New York. He has representation in Paris and New York. He's done Fashion Week in Paris, and he's on H&M and Veja and a lot of ads. His name is Nima. Nima Stan, my nephew. Right here. Say hi. Okay? So if he can do it, you can do it too. Okay? Just work on yourself. Believe yourself. All right, enjoy the movie. Thank you very much. Thank you.
video chicken manu ta so de lapa dela shajene lapa dela shani ije churo wa mazo ka lo nge de su ka te yo ma ta bodu video six su ka de me ma te yo ma re teri mazo te go yo ti di ije to de video ta de chicken ma ja ro ji te mo sa ne jwa thile ta de ka la gadi kya le jap kya su wa di che la ta de se ta su shis ke je da chyo re di ja ta nyam bola di jwa thile ti those settings, so you will not carry you will not be not showing. It is similar to you.
Tachena Tamlo, thank you so much. This is our story, and we've never dared to tell this side of the story. And I am personally tired of, just always being humble and being young Chunju and no, this is our land, like that final dialogue. This is our skies, this is our land, and we will not allow the Chinese to build their roofs under our skies. This is our birthright. So that is why I made this film, and this is for you guys. This film is the first Tibetan action film. The first Tibetan war movie, the first Tibetan action movie. Me, when I was growing up, I always wanted to see Tibetan films. I wanted to see Tibetan heroes. Every other country in the world has movies. They have heroes. They have, stars. They have Shah Rukh Khan, Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt. They have, famous French actors, right? They have everything, Spanish, India, Nepal, they have. We Tibetans have not yet done this. But for the first time, Monk and the Warrior Productions, Doji Dewatang, and myself, I'm proud to present to you the first Tibetan actors, first Tibetan heroes, the first Tibetan movie stars. So you guys, young people, give them a big round of applause. Said it, this is our story. So you should not be ashamed. You should not kowtow. You should not be appeasing. So ki dum la la so sena da shena chego ya yomare. So po thone so ki dum she thoya. An zambuling ki dingja la zambuling shebang yan do danda do thoya. Mila nyapcho she ya yomare, mila mambe ta ya yomare. Ene so go gurgo ya yomare. Gozo se heran so lochunga denzo. Yes. So I want you all to be amazing human beings. Be bold, be strong, learn everything, keep learning, equip yourself, be so knowledgeable, intelligent, talented, and be a very, very good Tibetan. And we all have to stay united, Tibetans. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm so proud that you guys are the first ones to watch my film. And I appreciate the patience that I saw. I was watching from behind. Usually a lot of young people and young kids, they get restless. So I'm happy. And this film, I'm not talking to the older Tibetans. I'm only talking to the younger ones. This film is yours. All right, now let's welcome all my actors here. Please give them a big round of applause. All my actors, come on up. And also, most of you are not aware, they're first-time actors. How did they do?
Wow,
Bravo!
oh.
And this film was shot, typically, this kind of film would require at least 60 to 90 days to shoot. I shot this film in 19 days. Only 19 days. They learned horse riding in 1 week, and they had never ridden horses. All of them. So these guys, a lot of my actors are in the US, but I will quickly introduce you. A lot of people know him or don't know him. This is Nima. He was Mr. Tibet in 2017. He's very passionate about acting, so he's doing acting in South Indian films right now, and he's also an entrepreneur. He has a restaurant in Bangalore. Okay? This guy, Abu Karma, a YouTuber. He's from Dil Chicha. The first time acting in a movie. He's an amazing guy. He connects all Tibetans. Tsangmala. Okay? This is Jigme. He's from New York City. He's a mechanical engineer by profession. And I met him at a barber shop. Tatu Salature, not barber shop. Yeah. All right. This is Pema. She's from Orissa, Shija. And she does she's very passionate about Bollywood. So I discovered her on Instagram because she makes a lot of reels doing Hindi movie dances, like Deepika Padukone and all that. And I told her 3-4 years ago that one day we will work together. You will work with Jojo. And then, rest you saw her on screen. All right. This is Tenzin Shodin. She's from Darjeeling. She used to be a lawyer. She studied law and she became a lawyer, but she quit her job to pursue acting. And now she's working in Bollywood. She's worked in films. Recently, there was a film called Jigra with Alia Bhatt. She's in that. She's playing one of the jailers. And then she's also, done work in Amazon Prime's series. What is it called?
The Last Hour.
The Last Hour. Tenzin Shodin. All right, come here. This is Sharad Galton. He's from Nepal, Tibetan, and he's a professional model in Nepal and India. All right, thank you. Okay, so before that, I also want to invite somebody very special on stage. So you guys saw the movie. So this is Chuchikonda 4 River 6 Ranger story. But this particular chapter was told through the eyes of Kunga Samten, right? You guys saw? And did you see those two little daughters, two little girls? She's not that little anymore because this was in 1958-59. And she lives here in France amongst you guys. Tilala, please come up. She is that little girl. So she obviously speaks very beautiful Tibetan English, but she speaks French because she's been here for a long time. I will let her say a few words about her family story, her story. No, I am the most informal person you'll ever meet. So please say a few words.
아니 벽에네 그 주야야 ngay 때문에 좀 무슨 야 통수와 가스나 디텝지 저발하고 디디 이내양 컨디용이나 삼성 다디 오늘 디 카쇼레디 랑 삼블레 할래요 스나샤스 딩에 삼발라야 카쇼레나 저기 첩시 걸가면 너규나 되래 딘데 때문 딘데 야부치기 토네 베든 토리아 캡처 망이 모르겠어. 근데 손상한테 신벨라다 도지라구나 이 무비들이야. 오늘 전에 지수 이런 카쇼레 에모션 쉬우치 좀 그래서 내가 저 베든 걸야지. 다저 두줄라지. 딘데 스쿠데브레 내주고는 아주 정불인들 셰토요 말이. 근데 무비디 카쇼레네 이게 오늘 전에 카쇼레기 네주디 카쇼 캡 마굴로레 근데 무비 토요인데 미망고치 상을 캡그레서 네주 브레이크 네주 사자 네주디 기체상 결투 챵벨라다 도지라라 아니 카쇼레 congratulations 다 투세나슈 Est-ce que parmi vous, il y a beaucoup de Français ici aujourd'hui?
Oui.
Alors, est-ce que vous avez peut-être compris le film, n'est-ce pas? C'est un film au sujet de... C'est un livre écrit par mon frère pour raconter la vie de notre père. Alors, comme moi j'étais dans le film, la petite fille, du coup, je me demande de prendre parole. Je n'avais pas préparé du tout. Mais en tous les cas, je trouve que leur film est bien au-delà de ce que j'avais espéré, vraiment très réussi, afin de faire connaître le combat et la cause tibétaine et notre histoire, surtout pour les jeunes qui sont là pour faire connaître notre histoire. Voilà.
단대 쇼를 많이 소박하게 제가 두스페지 두스쿠시에 딩두세 주르서베기 속수의 규인데 두세 남아서다 제다가 되니 몸바다 단다디 니와 숨바 시오버들 요블레트웨기 레버슈에 숨바
시오버 숨바
비로소 같이 다들 의상이 유래
간바 암도 우상 아주 참아 벼바인다 녹사직
산이슈누 변항세 롱주소과 대초소 다 유래 남은이
Alors ensuite, nous remercions remercions le réalisateur ainsi que les acteurs de la part de toutes les associations tibétaines qui sont ici en France. Et donc tout d'abord, nous avons la communauté tibétaine de France, ensuite nous avons l'association de Utang, c'est-à-dire centrale du Tibet, ensuite nous avons l'association de programme Chuchikandu qui appartient à sud-ouest du Tibet ainsi que sud-est, donc de Utang, nous avons 3 provinces au Tibet. Ensuite nous avons le Tibasi, les jeunesses pour le Tibet libre, ensuite nous avons l'étudiant pour le Tibet libre. Donc nous avons 6 associations qui remercient les réalisateurs ainsi que les acteurs ici. Donc voilà. Alors, je voulais remercier personnellement chez Bella, puisque c'est vrai que cette histoire qui raconte comment le Dalai Lama a fui le Tibet avec le troupe qui s'appelle le Chuchikandu. Donc effectivement, ça nous concerne personnellement. Donc du coup, je voulais vraiment remercier chez Bella qui a réalisé ce film-là. Merci. Alors je voulais vous dire comme quoi nous avons l'affiche qui est derrière nous, qui est une affiche pour le cinéma qu'on vient de regarder là. Donc nous vendons cette affiche-là avec la signature du réalisateur ainsi que des acteurs. Nous vendons cette affiche pour 5 € seulement. Donc c'est-à-dire que donc la somme que nous avons récoltée, donc bien évidemment ça va pour eux. Donc voilà. Donc c'est-à-dire que ça, nous le vendons après cette séance-là à la sortie. Donc voilà, je ne sais pas si tout le monde aura ou pas. En tout cas, voilà, n'oubliez pas d'acheter ce vous plaît. Voilà, merci. Donc, nous allons commencer les questions la session de questions et réponses.
Okay, so Kiran's Tua Korea, you can ask me in English, Tibetan, and then French people. French, somebody will translate.
Hello. So, as you have told not to censor ourselves, so my question is, in a time when Trishikuna's contribution has often been overlooked in the broader narrative of Tibetan diaspora, so what was the initial spark that pushed you toward this project? Was there a particular experience or influence that made you feel this story needed to be heard given the context of our society in exile? Thank you.
Hold on. What is your name?
Tenzin Tseper.
Lo Chuduk. A 16-year-old Tibetan girl today is asking one of the most beautiful, intelligent questions. I'm so proud of you already. Thank you for your question. So, I didn't make this film because I'm biased at all. I didn't make this film for Kambas. I didn't make this film for Wuzang. I didn't make this film for Andal. I didn't make this film for any other reason than to tell our side of the story that has never been told. And I decided to tell the story because it is a very, very important Tibetan story. And worldwide, for the last 60, 70 years, we Tibetans have been known throughout the world as wonderful, kind, beautiful people, compassionate people, which we are. But mostly because of one human being, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Because of him, we have gotten so much love and respect. And His Holiness was able to escape Tibet because partly big reason why he could escape was because of the 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges warriors. And the world gained His Holiness. The Western world, where millions and millions of Tibetan Buddhist students and followers found solace and peace through the religion that comes from Tibet, the spirituality that comes from Tibet. And His Holiness has been one of the most prominent human beings to ever walk this earth, and the ambassador for peace and compassion and unity and religious harmony and all that. But we should not forget the warriors who escorted him and gave him to the world. And that is why I made this film. Okay. I want you guys to ask questions to my actors too. So you don't have to listen to me, but ask them. Anybody?
Hello, just Shibela Toshina Shui, Tamodelia, Kaisana, Tati, Loni Nicolia, Namadoshine Kosura, Tati Tile, and Rush, that the most Tundizamba, Maragi, Rewachangle, Pat Hansa, the Churage, Yadu, Chizam Tanudo, Pebe Loni, Pavrangas, and your Pavranga Temjo, the Dichigi, and Kurang Nashing, Delia, Zingia, Delia, Chikuze, Yamio. Delia Chik Lujugi, Ringtayo, Tandu Thomasra, Tadi, Suena or Tochina Shui, any near to the Karisana, Tanda, Kira, Digi, Lonia, the Suve, Gurina, Kangama, Buchu, Miji, Kangayori, Benjo, Kangayori, any Kanga Digine, Kanga Chishu, the Kachos, or Kirangi, Toning, this nine is any Tatan Kirangi, the Lonia Digi, Mutis, or the Mutin Suerda. 디가리아 다 나도지나 가르삼도스 나한테는 게르지 문에레 딜리아 지게 샹데로지다 샹데로지 겹토네 하고 있어야 삼스라 안 디가리 기나게 다지 버전주나 유니레 디데가 도나 연결다 디데가리아 수수기 컨트리뷰션 제니 되와 연결 저러 딜 컨테스트 데토레스 다 미저이네리 벤조이네리 카리나레 미게르지게 딜라 컨트리뷰션 컨테스트 데토레 니 디직소로나 도시
주원이 도시 주원이 기디 가르사 알레 강에 더 강에 최셔라라 강에 최셔 제민도 강에 창마 첨부 강에 직 첨부 말다. There was not one big problem. Every single problem was very big. Firstly, I decided to make this film 13 years ago. And my Amla recently reminded me. My Amla came to Rotterdam from Canada to be there for the premiere. And she and my Amla, they reminded me that I came to them. Na arine Canada, Vancouver, Pamatuga, Amla tuga dudugala. Tepji kinele dusa. And he chushigandugi tepji resha. So I don't remember that. But jelanga tensura. And my Amla said that you came and you banged the book on the table. Table in the shasara. Man yumachik movie the civilas laresa. I mean, not the lando komodo here, not this year color. You know, I'm probably the most unapologetic Tibetan you'll ever meet. You know, so I have that attitude. Chigilana chigi, chikshingi yuna shingi me, kundo chingi kamare, shingi yuna shingi yula getare, shingi me na shingi me. So ngeki did it laresa. Tep the chane. Ani amla da nangmi da sama that kandes did this to repet. Comprehend actually I didn't know at that time how I was going to make it. I just had a voice inside me saying I want to make this film. So nobody took me seriously, long story short. So now I made this film. So the problem, I mean there's not one, there's so many problems. Problem is we Tibetans don't have an industry. Today the young kids, Tibetan kids, have some point of reference in arts and cinema. It's not only me, there's other Tibetan filmmakers, amazing Tibetan filmmakers in exile right now and inside Tibet. You know, not just me. So younger Tibetans can look at the Tibetan filmmakers, you know, Tenzin Sonamla, Tenzin Tseten, Sonse, Tsiringtashi Gyalthang, there's so many. They can't lie Europe. Longe Tangye Europe, Belgium la Posachi do, Tenzin Gume, Longe Swinge, de la Kesang la do, de Kesang Korai Longe la in Yumi Swinge. Lochunga Denzo, you guys have a point of reference. When I was growing up, there was nobody. There was no Tibetan filmmaker that I could look at and say, I want to do that. But I wanted to make films since I was a kid. I wanted to do music. So my inspiration became Martin Scorsese, Francis Ford Coppola, Michael Mann, Akira Kurosawa. So they became my source of inspiration. And because, you know, Scorsese made Kundun, because he made Kundun almost 30 years ago, that is the reason why I became a filmmaker. Kundun Gichine. So my source of inspiration came from there. So that is one problem, right? Because you have no point of reference. Second is, we don't have professional actors till now. So there was no agency that I could call and say, you know, I'm looking for these kind of warriors, 6 feet, 5'10", whatever, weight, this, you know. And please send me pictures and, you know, like agencies, acting agents and managers and all. There's no casting agencies. So I had to cast all of them in the last 3 years. And then, because, see, I'll put it in perspective. Almost 30 years ago, Martin Scorsese, my guru, made Kundun for $30 million. Almost 30 years ago. Saya Sumchu. 7 Years in Tibet was made by a French director, Jacques Allot. He made 7 Years in Tibet for $70 million. Saya Tuju. I made this film in 2023, 24, 25 la. I didn't even have Tigoski Pesha Yomare. Durtoya Gora Yomare. you know? But same should the Kechimurwa, Swigi Lane, Tache. So this is how the Kangere didn't know. Any Dojila, Damanzuki, Dojila, Doji Dewatang, Losumchu Shipchusing and Koran Longi Dishange to there. He wanted to make this, he wanted to tell his father's story for the last 30-40 years. And he tried with other filmmakers, it didn't work out. So him and I met, and then we just connected. We bonded, we're like brothers, you know, and we decided to make it. So this is how the film was made. And then the casting process, and then after that, technicians. And I could have shot this film in Ladakh, in India, and be safe. But I decided to shoot this film, you know, in Mustang, in Nepal, 40 kilometers from the border of Tibet and Nepal, you know, which is under China. So Chinese patrols, 40 kilometers. Because I'm a protest artist, and I've been an activist for almost 30 years, I'm one of the first Tibetan members at SFT, when SFT first started in '94 in the US. So '96, I joined SFT, Tibetan Freedom Concerts, all of that. You know, so I've always been an activist. So I wanted to shoot my film under the nose of the Chinese government. I wanted to shoot my film in Nepal, where you can't even celebrate His Holiness's birthday. This was my defiance. This was my protest. Of course, it was calculated risk. I did a lot of strategic things. I had to write 2 scripts. 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges is the main script. But to get government permission, to shooting permission from Home Ministry, you know, Army, districts, all the way in Mustang, which is 15,000 plus feet, I had to write a dummy script called the Himalayan Robin Hood. Pahari Yoddha. Nepali ko le butcha ya? Nepali butcha? Butcha alili? Oh, so Nepali wale ke मैले Pahari Yoddha. So I had to give that script to get the permission, right? But because we can't say that we're making a film on Trichy Khandru and Dalai Lama. There's no way we can. Still, you know, we got the permission, but still, you know, we had to get, all the weapons that you see in the film, everything was made from scratch by my production, you know, in 1 year. 1 entire year just to make the weapons, because they're period weapons. So there was no place in Bollywood or Korea or Hollywood where we could rent these weapons from. So we had to make it from, you know, wood and iron and jad, the shing, the dizukichene, lakcha chama sabasage swere. For the last 3-4 years. I'm still sleep deprived. I work 18 hours a day, you know, and I have a solid team. My production designer is a girl from Darjeeling. My art director is a girl from Darjeeling. My editor is a guy from Darjeeling, you know. And then all of us, we bonded like family and we worked very hard to make the film. After the film was ready, everything was ready, we had to submit it to festivals. 12 festivals rejected our film. Can you imagine the depression and, you know, the discouragement I must have faced alone in my apartment? But I didn't quit. You know why I didn't quit? I didn't quit for you guys. I didn't quit. You fall 100 times, you get up 101 time. Nothing under the sky can stop you after that. You know? So this is an uphill battle, but this is our battle. We have to do whatever it takes. So you know, there's so much, and the reason why I'm elaborating is so that you guys are inspired today. That is my only goal here. Younger people, you are capable of so much more than you know. You are capable of so much more than you can imagine. So please believe in yourselves. We need dreamers. I want to see Tibetan dreamers. Please, you all have your dreams. Make sure you protect your dream. Protect your dream will guide you throughout your life. Okay? All right. Next question.
Hello.
성우들 뜻이 아니 데모 외하고 통스라 데모 빼고 한사다 타겨도 시듯이라 아니 저도 아프가만 아니 맞죠 카일나 아니 맞 예전랑 아프가마지 블록대라 아니 유 데모 좀 들어 키우 총서 아니 다 단다 데모든 나오는 다 블록니 무비 나온 통도가 되니 직접 초와로 직게 계획이라니 원래 초와디 하고에 쳤으라니 유럽 라빈이 근데 가래 칼리베드 감가 유럽 라다 무비체도 근데 신들래라 아니 원디 초와다 돼서 원디 하고에 쳤으 아니 중계도 전아니 납자로 직 왜나 이제나
사말로 테스트레 아니 뭐는 저고서 때문에 두지체 아니 칼로 왔음스라 다다 I'm especially thanks to also director Shembela 아니 코랑게 다 칼로 가서 무이디 다 칼로 용 부겨요 사 like 13 years 코 칼로 겨래 so that telling 견수 선물 놓치면 되나 코랑게 되게 미유디미데 first time 캐나서 때에 셰바도 강사 테마니 때에 니자디 film festival 때라 트레인 교환을 때 그지 코랑기 미디 드롭샤라 아니 아이 고충소 고 가드이나 조냠도 대시 어졸라 every day every night like 코기 어졸라 답버스 랍제 제게 다다 천설을 랍제 제도 지금까지 어졸 액터 상만 랍제 자고 그러다 상마하고 그거지 거 세반을 가리요메 지요라 상마 코랑 빼면서 두지체 라인로 아니 더 단다 교환기 주어들링에 렌자오라 so 유튜버 지제 아니 다 롱아스트로스라 유튜브 치지니 아니야 지tumutang에 지치기 하고 망고베도요 당수당가 어디 빼디차스 칼로레 야간이래 이네 다 first time 지 칼로다 지게라 지 에디 film tour 돌아오다 film festival 진 돌아오라 어디 도도가 first of all 다 동분이름으로 통수야 this 법대매 암스름 밥으로 지 가도문에 이나 미나라죠 제도 필치스로 아니 갈리갈리는 배바 투수 아니 배바 믹스 칼로르 정말 아졸레도 볼때 거우치도요 지금 믹스 수수 빈자 리교로요 아니 아졸라 빼 칼라이네레 가리네 정말 빼 로바시스로 잠잠 티야이네레 아 드링아다 델레레 파리스 당고란레로 아 드링 로초 마우베 투수 아니 서브스크라이버들 투수 아니 정말 로페 마스 투지체라이 아니 다 저거 신발하래 좋아요. 오케이. 소화디 지금 소화 여기 키우드. 소화 여기 키우드라 아니 소화디 키우드 아니 칼로레 다 디로레다 once in a lifetime 소화지 레샤 디타보라를 선물이들어 나 단단 알교도 enjoy 치행이 나 정말로 빼면서 두지체 thank you.
Okay.
Today, I have a small question to the actors. What was the most emotionally challenging scene for you to perform, and how did you prepare for it? And in addition, I just want to say that I absolutely loved the film, and I think everyone did. And your performance was so powerful, and I know in the background there are a lot of people who worked as well. And I cried like I don't know how many times. But it inspired me so much and reminded me that we still have to continue our fight for our identity and for our homeland. Thank you.
Actors, Kuranzo, what was the most emotional scene and how did they do it? So I'll let it start from the ladies. The girl who played the mother. TC, everybody call her TC. Say hi,
TC. Thank you, everyone. You can call me TC. I think for me the most important thing was actually, the most emotional thing was the entire process for me, because I come from Darjeeling, and I took a lot of time to actually, sorry, I'm speaking in English for everybody, yeah, because if I speak in Phege, you need a translator for me as well. So it took me some time to really bond with everybody and feel the story, because I grew up in Darjeeling and I grew up in a place where I was more with Indian community. And while we did speak Tibetan at home, and like the usual cultures and customs we followed, I wasn't right in the community as, say, somebody who lives in a Shija or smaller communities where there are Tibetans all the time around you. Now, Darjeeling has a Tibetan community, but it's not as big. And that is why a similar thing to Shenpen La, we call him Cho, our captain, and me, is that so we grew up with a mix of a lot of different communities. And when I was growing up, when I was younger, the Tibetan issue, the issue of independence, the issue of our sovereignty really interested me, because I was in that teenage phase where, like, who am I? I don't know, what's my identity, right? And then as I grew up in college with doing law and international law, I did projects on the subject of the issue of sovereignty, legality in the current situation, past situation. And then somewhere along the way, when you're trying to just get through life, get a job, get a living and all, those questions die down. So I'm very thankful for this opportunity, firstly, Cho, and to the rest of the cast and everybody else, that I got to rekindle that part of me. So for me, that was the most difficult and also the most enjoyable. Tuchana.
Okay, so Pema played Amo, so we'll let Pema answer.
Firstly, ni pidin mala shawla. Nga doina di temo di ra lepe sodeshan bodu samgitra khajina na. Di temo di gerab jira ngazu pepa la tepte te yena mena di chade ore. Ani jushin bela la nga di ning thaban tujina lera. Di temo di tele nga chibu mare mi mama de nga nangni anji pe proud feel lidra. My dad, he's really proud and he's been spreading everywhere, like sending all the pictures to my friends and my family. Like, my daughter has did that and I feel really proud and thank you so much for that. The general time ki kundi ram cheme yoro, di cheme di secret ki party sambala. Mune tangne ki pe musharza, sindi nanglo mixture toyo ma de ina ya, sindi jablo la ani mazu mani shu muira kachilana kundi dila meva china be ina ya kundi kubar tamna dinde chik chiwa sam gi mazu subo darsi ke do di ngeshe do pe emotional redra ani thata subo darsi ke ani journey ki pura pe impactful rishara nga chido khana nga to thangma first time actor re ani mazi journey di pe kali khappu chine do ani pe memorable chera so shabela tindo ani sawala tijena she
Kabiu mango siu raza la, yenzani. Konzo tegi tangma ta ngala chik tuje che do leida iya. Konzo nga thongba the trade do konzo. Shooting gabla, every time in between takes and in between scenes, konzo sangma zom keja she derwa. Ani nga lega che der, nga tis til lera konzo zom sala. Inde zizi inde do ye do sama. They all would run away because I'm very strict and disciplined and focused. But I love them all like my little brothers and sisters. And like she said, they've done an amazing job. Okay, Sherab. Sherab played Lithang Athar. And he has a big role in the next chapter.
Acting the che chimanyo ane tenero re ane te demo na da mixe this hello na jo gyala pa ko lara up to the
confidence
mare emotional le de pe ke chimo de thajina thanda ma jo sinjing la joe ka so ma jo in and out chawora the sin de la continue te la so main de the emotional de le pe khago jaso 이내 맞아 탱당보다 정말 이모셔널 배하고 지을 간신나나 맞아 파트 때 겹겹 지을에 뭐네 지나 맞아 미직직까지 랭고라 슈트디오 이내야 술라 맞아 서포트 메이커 이제 냠들래네 직 파츠로 걸어 지래 안 디페하고 차서 아주 정말 낭미도 소스라 아니 다다와도 피참보에 디라이 되잖아.
거기 라디오 도르다 이 가게에 독서 찍긴 라서 만족이 추신하는 롱에 데볼라 under my production company Monk and the Warrior Productions as a captain mani tune madai phabai ro 만족 볼라 초가 숨자 칸바 안도 우창 숨자유 초룩나 pompu geluk ka kyu ngima sakya chamaye ngara ju chama pheba ilane ani hangsaya kharesna longe di chane to logic class do chare shooting ngegi actor din jo hangsaya chambu chayo konjo nangmi do so that's a very beautiful achievement because they have become so close like family all of them thank you so Tenji Jigme, like I said, he's a mechanical engineer, New York la, and in Koran ngegi tatu sal ture. And Kurangi Dibula Litang Nobuki role chere. So I'll let him speak.
Everybody, I'm going to speak in English. So I played the role of Nubu, this character, the one who is wearing red hair extension. For me, this was a 180-degree switch. Okay. So if I have to mention one scene, it's tough for me. You know, the whole movie was emotional. The most emotional part for me was transforming myself into this character, you know. This character was written and designed way before I joined this project. So I was fortunate enough to be in touch with Joshambe like 2 months prior to the shoot. So we were talking, you know, back and forth, and he was helping me with, you know, going through the process. He was giving me exercises, and that was emotional. You know, understanding Nubu's character was I don't know how to describe it, to be honest. It was tough, it was sad, and hopefully I've done it justice bringing this character to life. Yeah, and the two reasons, I want to say this, the two reasons that drew me to work in this project is, first, this is about Tibet's issue, right? And the second is Joshambe is directing it, and I've seen his work, and I want to say thank you for this opportunity, Joe. Yeah, that's all.
I will come back to so I'll let him speak last. So Mr. Tibet, Nima.
Savalutestele. Number Natata Tibasinora. The Jibakaps. I want to be actor, international actor. My counselor, I want. Kachilam, the Chiwatani, Frank and Mia Karim, beside Jib. Rock, that. I mean, like Mia Tambodinga, Demon, Keda Chimbochi Chayat. Mia Timachoa, Somba Chimboche. They may not lawyer, right? And they love the Tambala counselor and loves. You will not get food by acting. We don't have that opportunity because we are refugees. Yeah, that's true. Then I tried to pursue law school, right? I went to college. I did study on law. I studied international trade law, and I became a lawyer. And then, Mr. Tibet, 2007 Charles Rock, and the Jila, Mr. Global Tibet. I was in Thailand among 49 misters from 49 different countries. I was taking Tibetan flag on my shoulder. Society Namula. Lot platform of Coca down Binji pay New York. And then I was doing modeling, actress rock. Yamdala, I got the opportunity to act in South Indian movies. Like 3 movies, not big role, but small roles. Then they change Jim Kapsa, Jimbila Tauke, the roll the cake or Lubitam. I was so excited. Rob. And Jimbila K and the Lubitambala. And Araiba in that swat current to Loina. Tadina Naraina Sambuyo. Jimbila Tari love song. And so Popa Leati, Nyam Chung, Semba Zambo, Andy. No, Rota. Yimba Inayang, Matsuk forefathers. They are very brave people, right? We may have lacked weapons, but we never lacked courage. Right? So, we ruled in Tuarara, Kamulaina, and the Chibden Chobjet in the Lantabura, Rigana. Pay Kalabo. This is my film that you are. They learn Kamala. They in the Tamil pay Kalabo. Hello. Tata go to Cholape, go to Ra, Cheral by Naya. Pay train to a Pema go to the Holland Donut, Tadanato, Europe Nano, go to Tama go to Pema to Cheshiachi, and Mr. Jimbila. I really appreciate your work and thank you so much for the opportunity.
남시 현재 장모사들의 도 카우드랑 아주 쇼티도 된데 카스라 호주도 리얼 라이프라 호주리 지조라 so nga would be emotional level 호주기 간데 생쇼가 되네 디펜치로 so nga would be 항상 통소 호주기 브레이프다 하나보다 생쇼다 로고다 디니기 아주팔라 쇼티도 몰라 두둥이기 냠용디 사스라 I'm proud to pay hats off. Thank you.
Thank you. Alors, il ne reste que 2 minutes.
Ouais, tout de suite.
Donc, comme on devait se rendre de la salle pour 20h, donc je voulais à la fin, je voulais vraiment remercier chère Françoise Romain, d'avoir nous a accordé cette salle jusqu'à 20h. Sans vous, ce serait très difficile. Donc en tout cas, Françoise, comme toujours, merci beaucoup. Et merci Rinaldo aussi. Et à la fin, donc, comme vous avez vu, nous avons le privilège de voir cette film-là aujourd'hui en public pour la première fois dans le monde. Donc je dis bien pour la première fois dans le monde pour le public. Donc au nom de l'association ex-TCV, étudiants de TCV de France, donc nous avons ici le président et le secrétaire général de l'association TCV, ex-TCV de France. Donc ils voulaient justement remercier Sangoula. Donc quand vous avez vu, donc ce qu'on a vu aujourd'hui, tout ça, c'est grâce à Sangoula qui a vraiment travaillé pendant des jours et des nuits pour pouvoir projeter ce film aujourd'hui. Donc au nom de l'association ex-TCV de France, donc on voulait mettre un cadavre pour Sangoula. Donc Sangoula,
Dita tapdije dringa de ko ya shi shrayo wa ditolya yama deonaya re ani nga drintimura tayara dige chasalo ne samula nima nga zo suba cha de re na khurange kadin teje dringa de ko dra seza di zama da kamla so ne shi kurala na chamegi ja du chas de ko chana